and welcome back to the FSeries channel. Today we are playing a fun game of murder mystery and we are here with many different guests. So thank you all so much for being with us. We have Aldas with us today, we have Tinas, we have Callum, and we also have Cassidy from CCF1. Hi guys.
Hello.
Hello.
How are we doing?
And you've got the girls. We're still here.
Oh yeah, unfortunately you haven't got rid of us yet. So we're just going to get straight into it. If you do enjoy this video, drop it a like down below and subscribe if you haven't already. But we're going to get straight into it. Let's go. Hi everybody and welcome to the Da Grand Prix circuit. I hope that you enjoyed today's racing. Our host Rex Motors, the head of Team Rex, is just taking a short nap in his trailer before joining us for a party. Somebody's gone to wake him up.
Oh, help! I just went in to wake Rex up and he's lying in his trailer. There was a pipe running from the exhaust in through the air vent and the engine was ticking over. He's unconscious.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have some terrible news. The body of Rex Motors has just been discovered in the team trailer. The engine was running and a length of hose was connected to the exhaust pipe and was feeding in through an air vent. The police initially thought he had committed suicide, but on questioning the person who discovered the body, they found out that the door was locked from the outside. This means that Rex was murdered. I am afraid that nobody will be able to leave the pits area until the police inquiries are complete. My name is Max Speed and I am the senior driver for Team Rex, a position I have held for many years. I was runner-up in the Formula 1 World Championship 8 years ago and I have already been on the podium twice this year with 2 third places.
Right, my name is Yusuf Obswing and I'm the ruler of the Sultanate of Dar. I am pleased to be sponsoring Team Rex on behalf of Obswing Air and I hope that the relationship continues to bear the fruit of many trees.
My name is Polly Pitstop and I'm the official timekeeper for Team Rex. I've worked with Team Rex for 6 months and I was very close to a close friend of Rex. I'm heartbroken by his sad death.
My name is Jack Yup and I have been the senior mechanic on the team for a very long time. I'm an expert at screwing every last bit of thrust out of anything that I work on.
Whoa!
Make
Quite
of
the
that what
CV.
you will.
Quite at the
This is
CV.
family friendly.
My name is Minnie Cooper, and I became the team's reserve driver after I met Max earlier this year. This position means that I can drive for the team if either of the 2 drivers are unable to compete. I'm extremely ambitious, and I would dearly love to be the first female Formula 1 world champion. Jesus, I can read.
Buenos tardes, me llamo Slick Tires. My name is Slick Tires and I am the Spanish driver who has driven for Team Rex for the past 2 months. Prior to this, I have been a reserve driver for Team Rex. I love to bring my Latin temperament to the racetrack and give it a little bit of funky.
I'm Marshall, or Marshall.
Jackie.
Marsha O.
Yeah,
It's
that's
2
what I said.
words.
Marsha. Oh.
It's just because she's Scottish, leave her alone.
I'm the chief official of all the F1 races, and I oversee the administration and all of the practices and qualifying lap times. I have the final say on all scrutineering questions. My word's the law, basically.
I am called Anne T. Freeze and I'm one of the 2 team mechanics. My speciality is in electronics and I run all of the team's computers. I joined the team 4 months ago and I feel like I'm on the verge of achieving something very exciting.
Okay. Wow, we've met everyone. Ooh.
Lovely.
Exciting.
Does anyone have any questions for anyone right now before we go on to round 2?
No, I think we should just go.
Yeah, I have a question. Who calls their kid Anti-Freeze? I mean, what happened there?
So no, I can't help you with that one, I'm sorry.
We need the answers. Okay, moving on to round 2. Does anyone have anything they'd like to tell the group to begin with?
I do, Steph. Okay, or
Okay.
should I say Max Speed? Right, okay. Since I replaced the Iron Fire, I have my most successful spell, and I have a good chance of winning the World Drivers' Championship, which will make me very popular with all of the beautiful ladies.
Thank you. I mean, that was great information.
I have a
to find out
question. I have a
murderer.
question for Slick Tires.
Ooh, go for it.
Are you Italian or Mexican? Because I can't tell.
Spanish.
Oh, both sides of the family. Oh, an American then, Jesus Christ.
Very continental.
Very
Yeah.
well travelled. I've got a question for Anti-Freeze, actually.
Okay.
Why is such a beautiful lady like you a mechanic and not a catwalk model?
I became a mechanic to get away from all the slime balls in the sport.
Okay.
So maybe like you.
I too have a question for Antifreeze. How many hours do mechanics work? Because I went into mechanics bay 3 hours before the race and none of you were working.
Well, actually, most of our work is done before qualifying even starts, but we always have a break just before the race so that we are alert in any case of any problems.
I have something I would like to tell the group. I am famous on all of the motor racing circuits for playing no brakes chicken, which won me a few races but also caused 1 or 2 accidents.
Sounds like a
Good
certain
to
I'm
know.
the last. Basically, I am the last of the late breakers.
Oh my
Oh
god.
no.
I had to squeeze that one in.
I
I have
would
something
like
to ask. I've got something to. Wait, do you want to go first or should I?
Jack, the floor is yours. The Sultan waits for everyone.
Thank you very much, Yusuf. I want to ask Mini Cooper something. Where did you learn to drive a racing car?
I did some rally driving when I was a teenager. Zoom, zoom.
Yes, your credentials stand up.
I, Yusuf
I have a
Oswing.
question. Oh,
It is
no.
now my time as Yusuf Oswing to teach you all the traditional greeting of our people here in Dar 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 Dar. I would like you all to respond by saying the name of our illustrious country, Dar 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 Dar, 3 times. So, I will introduce myself, and then you will respond by saying the name of our country, Dar 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 Dar, 3 times. I am the Sultan Obzwin, King of the East, Conqueror of the North, Explorer of the South, and yet to frequent the West.
There's still time.
Da
Da,
da
da,
da da da.
God, that sync is perfect.
Very well
so
done. Welcome to our country in Dar 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 Dar.
Thank you. I have a question for Polly Pitstop. What are my chances of pole position next Sunday? Sunday?
Saturday?
Apparently it's Sunday now.
Wow.
It rained on the Saturday. It just
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I don't know that one. How do you manage to balance on pole while you're doing it?
What?
Crick.
Eh?
That's what that's what it says.
Okay,
my
Polly.
answer.
That's
Thank
my
you for that answer.
I'm
That was
speechless.
Very deep and meaningful. Thank you.
That's okay. Well, I have something to tell the group, and that is that I was really hoping that Rex would use some level of contact to get me a career in film or television. Like that's what I was really kind of trying to go for. But I guess that's out of the question now, and I'll have to stay here in the pits.
Oh, what a pity.
Peak ones.
Yeah.
Excuse the pun.
Tragic.
I have a question
Hey.
for Marsha Ul. Marsha Ul, has Slick Tires ever made a pass at you as he seems to be making his way through all the ladies?
What a question. Obviously that wouldn't be very professional. And one of my jobs is to ensure that all the drivers reassemble correctly after the parade lap and make sure all the formalities are correct. So no, I don't think that would be a very professional thing to do.
Good to know.
I have something to tell the group.
Okay.
I think it's about time that more of the money from the sport was paid to the mechanics who keep the cars running so well. Give me more money.
Wow. Okay.
Agree.
Sure.
I love how
Does anyone
everyone's
have
enthralled by
any-
that.
Yeah.
Okay. Round 3. Is everybody ready for round 3?
Born
Yeah.
ready.
Okay, let's go.
I've got a question for Slick Tires.
Yes.
Before I came across Rex, I saw him hanging around with a tall brunette. Who was that?
Oh, she was April. She was a very beautiful lady. She hung out with the Rex for a while, but then she disappeared without a word to anyone. She hasn't been seen since.
Oh, that's suspicious.
That's fishy.
That's
That
weird.
is- That's suspicious.
I have a
That is
question.
big.
That's weird.
I have a question for Jack. I heard some of the other girls laughing about a nickname that they have for you. They called you Two-Stroke Jack. What is that all about?
I mean, I assume it has something to do with the fact that I spent years working on motorcycles. I mean, it's got to be that, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely that.
Sure.
Interesting.
Mini Cooper, I have a question for you. If you ever get fed up of being a motor racing driver, then you could come work for me, driving the coach for my harem.
Well, I do have a super license, but in order to drive that many people, I would need a public service vehicle license. So, we can talk. We can talk.
Don't worry, in Dar, public service licenses are very easy to come by.
Good to know. Thought it'd also be interesting for everyone to know that one of my dreams is to drive a Mini Cooper in a remake of the Italian Job movie. Just super important info that I need to throw out there.
Interesting. Maybe
Right.
Dar.
Who knows? Who knows?
The dar job.
Yes.
I have got something that I need to ask Polly Pitstop. This is important. This is big, this big question. Why did Rex call you my little checkered flag?
Well, he kind of called me that because when he was with me, he never failed to finish.
Yikes.
I'm not talking about you, April. I'm talking about me, Polly Pitstop. Thank you.
I'm just going to take it away from this topic and I'm going to ask Marsha a question. So are you ready, Marsha?
I'm all yours.
Okay, so how did you actually get to the top in your profession?
By hard work, perseverance, determination, integrity, and my father was the chairman of the FIMA.
So that's how
Could've
you
just
got
cut
in
to that.
really.
Just like Lance, perfect.
That adds up.
Oh,
Max, are you thinking of retiring anytime soon, by the way?
I have no plans to retire, and I think that there should be more mature drivers in this sport, as some of the younger drivers are a little bit unpredictable.
just like Lance.
I'm here to stay.
Interesting.
She ain't going nowhere. Oh, he ain't going nowhere.
Anyway, anything further for round 3?
No.
Right, let's cut it. We're on to round 4.
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. What was I doing round 4?
Don't know, but I wish I picked an accent.
I know, same. I don't know that one.
Donnie, you've barely managed, or Marsha, you've barely managed the Scottish accent, so I don't think you must attempt a new one yet.
I'm still learning, team. I'm still learning.
Yeah.
Does anyone have
Yusuf,
anything
by the
to
way,
say?
why was your team bank manager asking questions about huge amounts of cash that you'd banked as part of your sponsorship deal? Are you into dodgy activities? Is there anything we need to know about here?
You dare come into my own country of dar and accuse me of such things. I have many different business activities, some of which produce a great deal of cash. For example, my camel racing meetings take many thousands of dollars. My sponsorship deal works by me investing a large amount of cash regularly. I then withdraw an even larger check when we have some prize money.
So why have I been mandated a money laundering regulations recall for you for a total of around 200,000? And we can bring this up on screen just so that you can see it. If you need reminded.
Ooh, the receipts are here and everything.
We got receipts, boys!
So this is actually very embarrassing. My previous bus driver that I'm now trying to get the position filled by Mini Cooper, was also my accountant, and he was Frank Exchange, as you can see, was his name, and he was in charge of both bus driving and my money activities. Therefore, as the Sultan of unfortunately don't have an answer for you at this point in time. But as you can see, this is a very official looking document issued by the Royal Bank of with the official insignia of our national bank there along the side of the header, the money bags, which is very representative of Dar's superfluous wealth and influence on the rest of the world. But yeah, it's a nice little payment I made to Rex Motors.
Dodgy man. I've got my eyes on you.
Yeah, you seem a bit sus, bro.
You know what else seems sus, though? You, Max. You seem sus because I want to know, why did you beep when going through airport security?
Because I've got so
Max
many
is very
gold
good at
chains.
beeping.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've got bare gold chains, you know. But the real answer is because I have had so many high-speed crashes that my body is full of metal pins that put me back together after I fall apart. That's the real reason, but I do cover it up with my gold chains.
So it wasn't a weapon.
I do not have concealed weapons.
Interesting.
I need to ask Antifreeze because I've got a big question. I think that you dropped this postcard yesterday. Do you blame Rex Motors for your sister's disappearance?
I mean, I think you got something against me, but I'm actually still looking for April, and this team was my last contact with her, and I would not be in my interest to get rid of Rex, as I haven't found my sister yet, so...
Wait, I need to produce a postcard, Max.
I'm on my way!
You get the receipts up again.
I need my receipts. I'm just finding them. Hang on a minute. Ha! There it is.
Gasp.
Let's see this. Let's.
So April's your sister?
April is my sister.
Oh!
April Freeze.
It's not quite as good.
Yeah, she didn't get the best name, did she, really? I think my name is a bit better, but... yeah.
April and Rex.
Last minute job.
But we haven't found her, so why'd I want to kill Rex? Because I need to know where my sister is.
But maybe you secretly found out where she is and you've realised he's done something really bad, so you've gone and killed him.
I wouldn't be here if I knew where my sister was. I'd go find her.
But I thought you wanted to become the best mechanic in Formula One, so...
Maybe I can do it alongside finding my sister.
That's ambitious.
Hey, do you know what? Women can do whatever women want to do. Hashtag I'm Max and I'm a feminist.
Can I ask Polly Pitstop a question?
Go on then.
Can you do it in your accent, please?
Sorry?
Yeah.
What was that?
Doing your accent, Callum.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
I don't recognise this person.
Can I ask a Polly Pitstop a question?
Yes.
What do you like best about being part of a Team Rex?
I think the best thing about being in Team Rex and probably just being in motorsport in general is just meeting loads of celebrities. Like going to Monaco is the best thing ever.
Sounds about right.
Like Justin Bieber, Kris Jenner, the lot, they're there.
Another sus answer. I don't know.
Out of all the celebrities that could
Not
have
there
been
for the
Justin Bieber. After all the drama
Sorry,
this week,
yeah,
you
not
choose Justin Bieber.
Not Bieber. Sorry. I don't know who else. Just Chris.
I believe that the secret of my success with the beautiful ladies is that I always take my time. No max speed for me.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay.
Oh, God,
Good to know.
I
I
do
have
look
a
Hold
question.
on. Hold on. That was a bit rude. I was a bit rude.
That was a bit rude.
I'm Max Speed.
I have a question for
You know what?
Anti-Freeze.
Oh, okay.
Is your mother called DP Freeze?
No, that's actually my dad. I thought that was going to be a serious question. I was getting ready to fight.
It's a very serious question.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Any further things for round 4?
No.
Okay, we now move on to round 5.
Okay, I have something to tell the group, if you want to listen to me. Our team of mechanics holds the record for a combined fuel and tyre pit stop of 7.3 seconds. It's a shame that Max, the driver, could not do his bit and actually go on and win the race.
It's because he's so old.
Excuse me?
Didn't-
Are you doubting my abilities? I came runner-up in the World Championship 8 years ago, and you think I'm washed up?
Felipe Massa, that you?
Oh, what did Felipe deserve for that?
Everything.
Oh,
I
I'm
have a
actually
question.
crying. Oh.
I have a question for Mini Cooper. How did you get into motor racing? Is it coincidence that you were just called that after a famous vehicle? Not sold in dar, by the way.
I was introduced to Rex last year, told him about my experience in rally driving. So, unfortunately, as a result of Aaron's accident, there opened up a spot on the team for me.
Convenient.
Coincidence?
Very convenient.
I thought you said that you got into motor racing through Max though.
Yeah, he's the one that brought me in. Because isn't his name Max Rex? Am I confusing people?
I'm Max.
Rex is the dead one. See,
That's
another sus
suspicious.
answer.
That's weird.
The story's not lining up.
I don't know if I read this properly. Anyway, rally driver termed reserve driver.
Okay.
Interesting.
I have a question actually for Marsha. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
hello.
Sorry about that. Well,
I have a question.
Oh.
No, I have a question for Marsha. Oh, sorry.
I'm so
Polly Pitstop.
popular.
You'll have to wait.
Fine.
And I actually have some evidence to share with
Yes.
the group as well.
Receipts.
Just have to give me a hot sec.
So you're
Not
not
a
very
cold
speedy, are you?
These are not quick receipts.
No.
Unfortunately, I can't give you all of my info.
Wait, so you're holding
So I
back
have to be-
information?
I have to be careful.
You know in dar, that's illegal.
Yeah, so's my
I can have the
mom.
dar police force knocking down your door.
Do you bribe them as well, yeah?
DDDDPD.
Yes.
Anyway, I found a note in Rex's baseball cap that actually seems to incriminate you, Marsha, in some dodgy practices, and it looks like you're a little bit corrupt, babe. Is
Knew it.
this true?
Babe, as we know, I got my job through integrity and determination. I may have taken an odd... Oh, I can't read my thing anymore. I may have taken an odd bum two to shave a little off one of team's time. But I was thinking of retiring soon anyway, so I would never have killed Rex over that.
How dare you accuse Marsha of the legendary Ull family, the Ull dynasty, one of the most important families in dar, of such incendiary actions.
Bit rude, bit rude.
I personally think, Marsha, it's a little bit disgusting, even helping out another team. You've got favourites, and why is it not us? Why are we not the favourites? You've been helping out Team Cougar. Who the hell? Why the hell?
I love a cougar.
Corrupt.
Team.
Corrupt.
Maybe that's where you thought you belonged.
I mean, I think your real issue here is that you're not my favourites, not that I have favourites.
All I'm saying is this is quite incriminating because Rex found out what you were up to and you would have lost everything. So, that seems like motivation to kill someone. That seems like motive for murder for me.
Motive for murder for
Right
me?
to the point.
Well, speaking of motives
Reliable.
for murder, I have got something that I want to share with everybody. Now, this was a note that Rex actually asked me to give Jack Yup before he died. Let's see if this is a real motive to kill him. Type of goods as previous order. Country of origin, Germany. Date required. What is this? Jack, this order came This order form came to me by mistake. Have you got something to do with it? All the missing girls on the GP circuit this year.
Jack,
Is this
Yeah.
where
I
April
would have
is?
never thought.
How could
Yeah.
Looking at you.
Yeah, I know. You think you know, but you don't. All I was doing was lining a few girls up for the Sultan in return for a little fee. That's all it was. I'm
You
the
dare.
innocent party here. All of
You
the girls.
dare accuse me, the Sultan of Dar 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 Dar.
Listen,
of
they were
such
all
heinous
treated well, but
crimes.
by all accounts, they were all treated well. And not only that, I mean, I'd never kill Rex over that. So I'm innocent here. I'm innocent.
Rex
So
knew what you were
you've been kidnapping girls for the Sultan of Da 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 Da.
And that's innocent. You're kidnapping people, and that's innocent.
I mean, I wouldn't quite put it that way, but
Lies.
you said it, not me.
All lies.
That is sus.
That
Jack.
is big sus.
That is a very illegal practice that you've got going on there.
That's the biggest one so far.
You're not. Are you well read up on the laws of Dar 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 Dar? How do you know whether something is
I
illegal?
don't think I want to be, because you're bribing, you're money laundering, and now you're kidnapping girls. So I don't think I want to know what's going on in your country.
Well, that's
Anti-freeze.
Stan.
What if April was one of those?
Oh,
Exactly.
April Freeze. Now I understand where I've heard that name before.
What if she was kidnapped and sent to Da 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 Da?
Well,
She probably
I will.
was.
Let's find out who the murderer is, because I want their blood.
It's all on you,
Oh,
Oof. Big oof.
Oh, because it's like a
don't kill the messenger.
The messenger's been kidnapping. What do you mean?
Details. Don't worry about that. Just small details. Don't need to worry about that.
I have a question for Slick Tires.
Go for it.
How did you learn such good English?
Well, I learned from a book so I can talk to beautiful ladies like you.
He's so Italian. I'm sorry.
Is he
can't
still
see it.
speaking that good English?
He sounds like a Greca commentator.
You can't see it, but I'm even doing the fingers as well.
What we didn't know is that Slick Tires moonlights as Charles Leclerc's race engineer on weekends.
Copy.
Copy. Box now. Box now.
Baby, go box.
Okay, so we're all good for round 5. Let's move on to round 6.
Polypid stop.
Yes.
I found a note from Rex that he had sent to you. Was he blackmailing you? I need Max, given that Max has all of the receipts for some reason, to please pull up the receipts.
Let me see the receipt before I give you my answer.
Oh, that means
Oh, hang
she
on a
doesn't
minute,
know
that
what the
doesn't sound
answer
right.
is.
Let me read it. Polly, when I was in London, I found a card in a gentleman's club which has a picture on it which bears a striking resemblance to you. Were you a high-class hooker before you joined Team Rex? If so, then I'm sure that you would like to provide some interesting services for some of my business contacts. If you do not agree, then I might just display the card on the notice board at our HQ. Well, I was a cool girl many years ago, but that is all behind me now since joining motorsport. However, I would never hurt Rex because when I asked him for a job, he said that he would love to give me one.
Many years ago, being probably last week, but just saying.
Many years
Took
ago.
a dramatic turn.
I have a question for Minnie Cooper, actually. And I actually do have a receipt as well, so Max, can we see that? Minnie, it appears that Rex had found out a terrible secret from your past, which would have given you a perfect motive for killing him. Please explain.
Can I have the receipt first? Because I am confused.
You can have the receipt.
Oh my god.
A photo. The likeness is uncanny.
Oh
Brilliant.
my god.
Is that even me? Okay.
Minnie Cooper, is that you?
Okay,
me.
so I will come clean. I was involved in a fatal accident when I was a teenager. I freaked out. I got really scared. I ran away from the crash because I just thought that it was going to ruin the rest of my life. I didn't do it on purpose. I'd never hurt anyone deliberately, and I've learned from my mistakes. It's just yeah, like it happened. It was unfortunate, but you know, Rex still believed in me and still wanted to give me a chance. So I have him to thank for everything that I've done.
So
since
you're
then.
a criminal because you hit and run.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
He didn't give
There's
you
a
a big
picture of
opportunity.
you
I
right
think he
there.
blackmailed you because by reading that, it's like, well, let me tell this, you know? I don't think he gave you a good opportunity. I think you were blackmailed.
Allegedly. I would like to have a lawyer present.
Sorry, does anyone have Dawny on speed dial?
Hello. Oh, yeah.
Right, but Dawny's not here right now.
Sorry,
Marsha.
Marsha. Oh,
Never mind.
Who's this Dawny? What's going on here?
Marsha, I'll send Dorney's number across for you.
Supermax, I have a question for you.
Me?
I received a letter from Rex some weeks ago, which I think was sent by mistake. It was meant to pass it on. I was meant to pass it on, but I had forgotten all about it until tonight. I think it could mean that you are the killer. So can you please bring up the receipt that is incriminating you?
Yeah. You
Do
show
it
us.
quick.
I can.
Or you do.
There's a lot of twists and turns in this tale,
Basically,
isn't
everyone's
there?
just a bit of a killer.
Yeah.
Max
Oh,
is
yes.
quite cooperative.
So, dear Max, on behalf of Team Rex, I'm afraid that I have to notify you that we will not be renewing your driving contract at the end of the season. I feel
Scalding
that
hot
it is
tea.
time that a younger person was brought in as the main driver, and we have high hopes for
Mini Cooper.
Oh
This
my
is
God.
brand new information.
This decision was still to be ratified by the main sponsor, Obswing Air, but as soon as it is, then a formal announcement will be made to the press.
Oh!
Dun, dun,
You
dun.
got sacked, brother.
So, I guess
That's
it's
a
out in
motive
the
for me.
open.
Yeah.
Right, well, as you can see from this letter, Rex did inform me that he had every intention to drop me, and I would be out of a job. However, he needed the approval from Yusuf of Zwing, and me and Yusuf are good friends. So Yusuf would never, ever have said, match you out, because we have that kind of relationship, you know? So it's fine. I wasn't going to lose my job. Rex was wrong, so I had no reason to kill him.
Well, we only have your word for that.
Yusuf, would you like to back me up? Tell him how we're friends.
So, I haven't decided what to do yet. I do have an escape clause in my sponsorship contract in the event of Rex leaving or dying, but I have no plans at the moment to give up my support. I'm sure there's a lovely seat in Formula E for Max, if you would have wanted it.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh my goodness.
That's no seat in Formula E for me. I'll be keeping my seat in Formula 1. Did I mention that I was runner-up in the World Championship 8 years ago?
Yeah,
No.
you keep mentioning it, yeah.
I heard there's this driver called Felipe Massa that has a seat in the Venturi Formula E team, and you fit the bill 100%.
I would like for us to move on from this now. So
Well, I've got a fun way to move this on because I've got a question. Jack up. What were you buying yesterday at the circuit store? Because I saw you carrying a hose pipe. There you go,
Again,
Max.
I feel like I'm just getting... This is unbelievable. I'm getting set up because all I was doing is buying a length of pipe to set up a fume system to transfer, basically to transfer the exhaust gases indoors. I'm a mechanic, don't forget that. I hung it up on the wall and then later it went missing. I
Seems a
mean,
bit sus.
no. All above board.
Full-time
That's because
mechanic,
it's
part-time
incriminating
murderer.
in a murder.
Missing.
It just went missing, did it? Just walked away with its little legs.
Yep.
Does stuff often go missing in the paddock?
I mean, it depends who's asking, really.
Jack's morals.
Depends on how much money is on the table, basically.
Oh, you and Yusuf besties on that money front, yeah?
Yeah, this seems
Yeah,
very
we got-
incriminating here.
I mean, I've set the Sultan up a few times, so we got an understanding.
Yeah, we know. From the
Can
missing
neither
girls.
confirm nor deny.
I have a question again for Slick Tires.
Hello?
I found a copy of a post-accident investigator's report into the death of Aaron Fire. Rex seemed to think that you had something to do with the accident based on the receipts that will be pulled up in due time.
Due course.
We've established Max isn't the fastest in any facet of his life.
Yeah,
so
his
we must
name doesn't
give-
really live up to him.
We
does
must
it?
give
I'm not
some
surprised
time.
he lost the seat. I mean, justified.
Maybe it should be called Low Speed instead.
I don't think this was actually anything to do with me, so let's not bring me into it.
Now, it was a tragic accident. I admit I did cut through a fuel pipe just a little bit, but it was only meant to make him run out of fuel and not win the race. The engine had a built-in fire extinguisher, which did not work. I did not deliberately kill Aaron, and I never did not kill Rex. I am a lover and not a fighter.
You're a killer! You're a killer!
So many
Oh
killers.
my
I'm a lover,
God.
not a fighter.
Oh,
Peaceful.
Slick tires.
that's bad, Slick.
That
Now I
is.
know those tires are slick with fuel.
Slick, you're getting arrested.
That's low. That's
Slick
low.
with murder.
We need to call the cops on this one. We've got bad boys here.
Escape for the country.
I think a few people might need Dorney's number after this.
I know, we literally will.
Who's
What?
not getting locked up here?
Honestly. Do you know what? I just want to bring this back to max speed because I feel like we are ganging up on max speed a little bit today and I'm quite liking it. And you know,
Yeah.
Okay.
obviously, you said like 8 years ago you nearly won a championship. Obviously, you've been around this sport for a long time now. But as you get older and fatter, does it get more difficult to fit in your driving seat?
Are you calling me fat?
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Are you
old.
body shaming? Are you body shaming me? Because I am hashtag a feminist and I would never do that.
Yeah.
So why are you doing it to me?
Because I have asked you a question and I want to know. Because I'm not being funny. I'm just being truthful. I can see it a little bit, you know, piling on them pounds. I just want to know if you're going to be able to fit in your seat or not.
I
Got them
had
grey
a
hairs
big
now.
lunch.
Grey hairs now as well.
He's big boned.
You do be thick.
I'm offended. I am still in great shape. So there's no reason that I would not fit in my car seat.
Squares are also shapes.
Yeah. It's just a circle. So,
I'd like to move on. I have a question for Marshall. Are you going to remain a race official now that you've been exposed as a cheat and a liar?
I mean, harsh words, but I've examined many cars over my years and I'm very experienced. I am thinking of, so I'm thinking of retiring and setting up my own racing team.
interesting.
Take a bit of a
Do you have the
swerve.
do you have the money for that, Marsha? Oh, did you get money for when you cheated? Oh, so you got reimbursed then? That's the money you're gonna use to set up your new team?
I got contacts, I got friends, I got
Well,
loyal places that I can.
do you
sell.
need a driver?
No.
Not you.
Speaking of a driver, Mini Cooper, if you get fed up of being a reserve driver, then you can come and be my co-driver, as I'm going to be a famous rally driver when I retire from a Formula One. I would love to have a beautiful lady as my navigator.
I don't do no navigating, babes. It's rally driving or nothing. I am no navigator.
Oh.
Are you not
You
good with
got
maps?
told slick tires.
In all honesty, no, I cannot read maps. I am directionally challenged.
Well, I have a question.
Oh,
for
go
Jack.
on then.
Oh, I was going to say I have a question for Jack Yup. After Marshall, we do it together. Marshall Oliver said that she may start her own new team. And the question is for Jack, is now that Rex is dead and Team Rex may be over, you have no job. What are you going to do?
I mean, if the price is right, I'm always on the move. I did think about going to work for a rival team, or I actually thought about using my savings to set up a chain of garages called Jack Yup Fix It. I mean, it's a catchy name. I know. Yeah, brilliant. Wherever I end up doing or retiring as a team mechanic, it will be a real wrench. Oh my.
That
Honestly, I'm gonna have a word with Max Speed
is
after this.
punishable by life imprisonment in ... is all I'm saying.
I have a question for Yusuf actually. And my question is, I've been thinking, and if Jack has been taking these girls and sending them to your haram, then my sister could be among them, just like little pit stop said down there. So I was wondering, she is 6 foot brunette called April, has a mole on her left shoulder. Do you know her?
Ah, that would be April the 5th. I call her tax return. She's certainly well and happy, and she's very fit.
Call it tax return.
Do you know what? Actually, on that topic, I do just want to ask, because I know that Yusuf has a lot of wives. Does that cause him any particular problems?
The only problem with having such a large harem is that I have 62 mothers-in-law.
So could you say that? Can you repeat that?
The only problem with having such a large harem is that I have 62 mother-in-laws. Mothers-in-law, mother-in-laws. I'm not, plural isn't really taught in
Busy man, clearly.
Four times.
Oh my goodness. Well, I have no more questions for you.
I have a question. Antifreeze. Do you have a problem perhaps being the only female in a very male-dominated sport? You seem to have a little bit of a chip on your shoulder. Your sister has a mole, but you have a chip.
Well, thank you for asking. I mean, I've never actually had a problem, because usually the fact that I have a big spanner in my hand stops any sarcastic comments that come my way.
Is that how you solve problems with spanners hitting people?
Yeah, everyone that comes, we'll smack them. No,
Oh, hang on.
That's a confession if I ever heard
That's
one.
definitely a clue right there.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Rex actually died because he was poisoned, not hit by a spanner, so...
That could be a diversion, a clever diversion.
Okay.
Sorry, has the autopsy been done yet? Like, we don't know everything. Just saying.
The coroner in the Dar police department unfortunately is slightly backed up, so no, the autopsy has not yet been completed.
Why does that not surprise me at all?
Interesting.
Too busy money laundering, no doubt.
Okay.
No more questions?
Okay, we've reached the end of round 7, and it does mean it's time to make accusations. But before we do, does anyone have any further impromptu questions to direct to anyone?
I would like to ask Jack how he kidnaps this many girls. Like, how do you get in contact with them? How do you kidnap them? How do you get them to Yusuf without people knowing? Like, this is really sus for me. If you're that secretive getting girls, then you could be that secretive killing someone, especially as you did actually have the hose pipe that was found when he was dead.
I mean, how
Jack,
many
you
times...
don't need to answer that.
Oh, no, it's okay. It's okay. I've got nothing to hide. It's just misrepresentation. A bunch of people telling me, you know, they're pinning it on me. Again, I'm always the innocent, and I feel like, yeah, I'm just not happy about this, and it's all the Sultan's fault. That's all I have to say.
Baseless accusation. You come here and listen to a mechanic that manages to lose hose pipes. How is that a trustworthy person to listen to at all? Can't even keep track of his own hose pipes.
These two.
May or
Not
may not be
trust-
true. I can't comment on that, I'm afraid.
I'm just surprised it was Rex that was murdered and not Jack at this rate.
I know.
The girls
hear
will
that?
be
That's
after
violent
him because
thoughts.
#feminism.
That's violent
Yeah,
thoughts.
that was
I heard
actually
it.
quite violent from Marsha there. She's like, clearly she wants Jack to die because she wouldn't have said it
Yeah.
otherwise.
Maybe he's
very
next on the
bitter.
list, guys.
Honey.
Maybe this isn't the end of the murders. I mean,
Yeah.
who
Maybe
knows?
it is
Jack,
Marsha.
Back next week.
You're gonna have to look over your shoulder. Jesus.
I mean, we know why Max hasn't been murdered yet, because Max was too slow to get to the scene of the crime.
Or maybe it's because Max is so speedy that he can get away.
Oh, you get it right.
Oh,
No.
there
Are
you
you
go.
incriminating
not
yourself?
Not that I would need to get away from anything because I'm innocent.
Interesting.
I'm sure you
Very
are.
convincing.
Okay.
Well, I am going to be the first person to make an accusation. I, Max Speed, believe that the murderer is Jack Yup. And this is because Jack has been incriminated in some very illegal activities. Yusuf has sufficient money to buy his way out of the crime, but Jack doesn't.
Alleged.
He's a mechanic.
Alleged.
The man.
Yeah,
Jack
so was
was
allegedly dead.
alleged. Jack
It's not been
was just
conclusively confirmed.
hankering. Jack was hankering for mechanics to get more money. This guy's poor, so he can't buy his way out of nothing. He's not getting a lawyer. He's getting a rubbish public defender. So Jack is the murderer. He did not want to be incriminated. He knew that Yusuf throw him under the bus. He killed Rex because Rex was blackmailing him about the kidnaps. There, that's me. Who's next? Antifreeze, you are now to accuse who you think was the murderer of Rex.
See, I was going to say Jack too, but little pit stop down there. She hasn't really had that many questions thrown her way. And I feel like she has got into the sport just so she can go on and be a celeb. And I feel like, you know, if she found the body, she'd be in the newspapers all the time. She'll be the key witness. But I'm not going to choose little pit stop. I'm actually going to choose Jack because he, like you said, Max, he's got some very dodgy dealings going on. And I just feel like, how do you lose the hose pipe? I'm a mechanic. I would never lose the hose pipe. I've not lost anything in the garage.
Except your sister, of course.
Except, well, my poor sister was taken by Jack. So you've just given me the perfect thing. She was taken by Jack. So I'm saying Jack too. So that's 2 against your name.
You're making a mistake. I'm telling you now, you're making a mistake. I warned you.
Who are you accusing Jack then?
Yeah.
Why don't we go to someone who's not accusing me? Let's go to that person. Call your name. Oh.
No, sorry. Next person to do is Slick Tires.
So,
Kip in Saps.
I think, based on all of the evidence that we have seen today, I was going to say a Max. However, the hosepipe going missing is the smoking gun, and so I say Jack is the murderer.
I said let's go to someone who doesn't say me.
Good luck trying to find one, Jack.
Okay, now we're gonna throw it to Mini Cooper.
Similarly,
Yeeted by Fiat 500.
Similarly to Slick Tires, I initially thought it was Max, you know? Finding out this bombshell information that he was potentially going to lose his seat. But you know what? I think it was Jack. Honestly, the pipe thing is just way too weird. Also, you're kidnapping people. I feel like kidnapping is just a short step up to murder.
You're
No,
kidnapping
it's
my
all
sister.
the way down there. Like, I'd never go that far. Kidnapping is all the way down there. I'm not about that life.
I am not so sure. So yeah, Jack. Another one bites the dust.
Wow, there's a lot of strikes against your name, Jack. I think that's 4
Despicable.
out of 4 for now.
Everyone's
let's
just
move
picking on me because
to-
I'm a little mechanic. That's all it is.
Do you know
I
what,
see-
Jack? Let's actually come to you. Who do you think was the murderer?
I mean, at the moment, I think it's all of you, and you're just, it's all of you, and you're just literally conspiring against me. You're pinning this on me. I see exactly what's going on here. But if I had to go to just one person, I think it's Polly. I think someone mentioned it. She's only coming to the sport because of the fame of, I mean, we already knew that. Let's not kid ourselves about that. And the moment Rex said goodbye to her, I mean, she just lost it. We all know she has a temper, so, I mean, case solved. Simple as that.
Right.
Suspicious.
Whatever. That
And
was
also,
very
it's a really small step from escort to murderer. Just saying.
But kidnapping
Just like it
isn't.
was a small-
Kidnapping, not
Questionable. Kidnapping
Okay.
isn't, but an escort is.
We're gonna
Yeah.
throw it now to Marsha. Or who do you think was the murderer? Marsha.
Murderer.
Who do you think was the murderer, Marsha?
I think that the murderer. I think that the murderer was Max Speed.
Yes.
I'll save Jack some blushes. I think it was Max Speed. I think you've got all these receipts. How have you got these? Were you planning on destroying all this evidence? Obviously,
This is why Marsha's a lawyer, because she knows.
you've got all these receipts. You knew that your job was on the line. Your performances to date haven't been enough to save your job. You've not managed to win a race in years. You've got a third place in what this season? Like, congratulations, hun. But even Bottas is doing better. And you've not had a title since. You've not even had a title. So yeah, I think he got scared, and you killed him.
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay.
Case closed.
Yusuf, we're moving on to you.
Right.
I mean, just before you say anything, you could be arrested for several crimes, so don't think you're on the high horse.
Not in dar, where all of this is completely legal, obviously.
Zooming from another location, undisclosed.
Correct. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on my position, Jack Yup, you're in the mud, swimming in the dirt. If you're willing to
I'm innocent.
to participate in these activities with me, then you are capable of committing the most heinous of crimes in dar, which is murder.
Murder.
Okay, and finally, Polly Pitstop, you're the last one to make your accusation. Make it count.
Thank you, saving the best till last. Now, sitting here, I was thinking.
Oh no, not her.
Oh yeah, me. Oh yeah, your answer might have swayed my answer because I was
Who
sitting
is
here
she
thinking that. I'll have you know, I am Justin Bieber's +1. Anyways.
Kris Jenner's.
I was sitting here, Kris Jenner, I was sitting here thinking, right, it's either going to be Yusuf, Jack, or Max. I was like, you three are the ones that are just having all these things coming out about you. I don't think any of the other Mundem are really, having any issues. They're not really doing anything that's going to spark anything. But Max Speed, I just think, is just a little bit of a silly Billy. I don't think there's anything malicious with him. Maybe wrong, but I'm just not quite getting that. And with Yusuf, I just feel like Yusuf and Jack have kind of worked together in the sense that Yusuf has used his power over Jack. And this is why I think Yusuf might have got Jack to do his dirty work for him and kill Rex.
Allegedly.
So he must have been like, look, I can pay you all this money. You can have some money. You will no longer need to be a mechanic or you can work with me. But first you've got to kill Rex. So that's why I think there's probably an assisted murder from Yusuf, but the main culprit with this hose pipe was
allegedly.
Jack.
Yeah, all of this is hearsay. I don't see any actual proof. That's all I'm saying.
In dar, innocent until proven guilty. Just so you know.
That's my answer.
Okay. Right.
Have we heard from Slick Tires?
Yeah.
He also accused Jack. Yeah.
Sorry, there were so many accusing Jack, but I just couldn't keep up.
Well, we have
What about
finally
me?
heard
I
from
can't keep up.
everyone. We have heard from everyone, and it's now time to find out who, in fact, was the murderer. Ooh! Okay, let's make our way through everyone. Okay, let's start off with Antifreeze. You joined the team as a mechanic to try and find out what happened to your sister, April Freeze, who went out with Rex for several weeks before disappearing. You originally thought that Rex had something to do with her disappearance, and you were furious with him. However, to kill him would have destroyed your last lead towards April. You are not the murderer.
Congratulations for that one.
Congratulations on not killing someone.
Yusuf Obzwing, you are an
please be
immoral
him.
ruler who has many diverse criminal activities, all of which generate an immense amount of cash. Well, you have to be imaginative, coming from one of the few Middle Eastern countries without an oil field. You have also a very expensive harem to keep up. You seem unable and unwilling to find wives in the traditional way, so you have been paying Jack Yup to kidnap girls in each of the Grand Prix venues. You use team sponsorship as a way of laundering your funny money, and Rex was onto this and threatening to expose you. However, he had already implicated himself by accepting the sponsorship money, and you were sure he would come round once he had thought it all through.
Genius.
Therefore, you did not kill Rex. Marsha O.
Hello.
You are a very corrupt official who has accepted large bribes from some of the teams to give them false lap times so that they get pole position. Rex had deduced what was going on and was threatening to report you to the FIMA to try and get the team that you were helping, Team Cougar, disqualified, and thereby putting Team Rex at the top of the World Championship. Luckily for you, you had stashed away enough cash already so that if you had to resign over inaccurate timekeeping, then you would have financial security. You are not the murderer.
Oh boy.
The next suspect was Jack Yup. You have been using the team as a front for kidnapping girls in each country that the team visits. You then smuggle them into the team trailer and back to your base in Da. You then sell them for huge amounts of money to the Sultan Yusuf Obzwing to be imprisoned in his harem while they are well looked after, but not free to leave. Rex had guessed what was going on and was thinking of spilling the beans. You had been considering how to get rid of Rex without finishing the team off, as you quite enjoy your work, but somebody beat you to it. I'm
Told
not
you.
the murderer.
You know
There
what?
you
It's
go.
Minnie Cooper now. None of us even suspected her. I bet it's her.
I bet it's
her.
Excuse you.
This
Excuse
is
you.
clear. This is fully fits up like.
Thing is,
yeah,
Anne, I saw your face then. I have a sneaking suspicion it might be you.
No, I've already been proven.
She's
guilty.
already been exonerated. Slick tire.
Never mind, forget I said
Trial,
that.
it's trial, we're restarting.
Okay.
I think every single one of you, I deserve an apology at the moment. What is going on here?
You still
was
just said
intense.
that you
Still
wanted to kill
kidnapping
him.
people.
Don't worry about that. Doesn't matter.
You
I
ain't not
didn't.
in the clear.
I didn't.
Thinking of someone.
Okay.
No, never mind.
Who's next?
Next up, we have Max Speed. You were furious when Rex told you in a letter that he was planning to retire you as the Team Rex driver at the end of the season. You had thought about throttling him there and then, but it would probably not have done you any good, as the new team owners would have had their own ideas about who they would like to drive.
So Max wasn't very good with the throttle.
Bit slow.
Perhaps it is time to retire and get a job as a commentator. You did not kill Rex.
Can you
Yay.
replace Paul DeResta as well, by the way? Just
Totally, 100%. Next up, we have Slick Tires.
Hello.
Hey.
Oh, hello, grazie.
You got so fed up being a reserve driver earlier this season that you decided to take matters into your own hands and arrange an accident for Aaron Fire, number 2 driver for Team Rex. After the car had been examined by the scrutineers, you cut through a fuel pipe, and just after the race started, Aaron's engine caught fire, causing the crash which killed him. The accident investigators were starting to close in, and you were panicking when Rex started to ask questions. You did think about getting rid of Rex and wondered whether it would help, but you decided it would lead to more questions and investigations. You are not the murderer.
Grazie, ragazzi. Tac, 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 tac.
I mean, he should be arrested for that accent alone. I mean, there's got to be something for that.
He learned perfect English.
Criminal.
From the book.
It's coming down to the two
Okay,
girls.
we have 2 more remaining, and we are now going to talk about Polly Pitstop.
And who is she again?
You made
She's guilty.
your
I said
money.
it. Come on.
You made your money as a high-class call girl looking after the rich gentlemen from around the world. After you accumulated a nice nest egg, you became a Formula 1 groupie, following the circuit around the world. When you met Rex, he threatened to expose your seedy past if you did not sleep with him, and also with anyone else that he told you to. You complied with his request, and were quite enjoying being back on your back again. You are not the killer. I can't believe I just read that.
I'm just being made
Polly,
out
any
to be
response
a
to
right
that?
one. I mean,
Alright, Polly.
that is the life that's been
Well,
chosen for me. What
I mean, I feel like Rex deserves to die after that. Bloody hell.
Sheesh.
And
was a
finally, guys, the murderer was Minnie Cooper.
Oh.
Minnie, you are a girl with a terrible secret. Until 5 years ago, you were called Claire Debussy, and you were a stunt driver who did some very lucrative film work as well as doing stunt jumps over lines of double-decker buses. However, along with the fame came pressure, and you started drinking. One day, after an early morning binge, you turned up for your stunt jump, worse for wear, with a bottle of vodka in your pocket. Just as you were hitting the ramp at top speed, you reached for your vodka bottle and veered off the ramp, landing in the crowd, killing a number of people and injuring many others. You fled the scene and hid from the police before changing your identity and looks, and later took on a job as a racing driver. You worked your way up the ranks and were eventually taken on as a reserve driver for Team Rex. When Rex recognized you from an old newspaper article, you were mortified and decided that you had better do something to protect your secret. You noticed a length of hose on the wall of the mechanic's bay and you borrowed it when nobody was about.
Borrowed.
Wow.
When Rex took his post-race nap, you snuck out and attached the hose to the exhaust pipe of his trailer, feeding it in through the air vent. You locked the camper door from the outside and left the engine running before returning to the rest of the crew to await the grim discovery. Mini Cooper, you are charged with the murder of Rex Motors. Anything you say will be taken down and may be used in evidence against you.
Oh my god!
This is crazy.
Naughty!
It's always a Canadian.
I will say that there's a hell of a lot of shady stuff going on. There should be more arrests.
Yeah.
You're all murderers.
I think everybody needed to be arrested.
Apart from me.
You
I don't know.
most. That
Yes, somehow the
prostitution is
escort's about
illegal.
the best one out of the bunch.
Yeah.
I haven't done anything. My character did nothing.
You lost your
Okay,
sister.
maybe
Yeah.
you're being arrested on account of having a terrible name.
I was going to say
Yeah.
that. I can't believe Cassidy was the murderer after all that. What?
I know.
That's a dark horse if you ever see one.
That
She's got a
is.
poker
Guys,
face,
did
mate.
you figure out that Cassidy was the murderer? Were you screaming at us for not figuring it out? If you did, let us know down in the comments down below. But we had fun, didn't we, pals? That was
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
We did.
Happy Halloween,
Yeah.
everyone!
I know,
We
happy
hope you
Halloween.
we hope you guys enjoyed this video. Yeah, come back next week for another F-Series Friday. Leave this video a like and subscribe down below.
Everyone.
Let's all just give a happy Halloween to finish this off. Like 3, 2, 1.
Happy
Halloween! Bye.